Hey everybody, it's Latrice with Tuesday's update of The Young and the Restless. Sorry, Wednesday's update of The Young and the Restless. Well, the verdict is in on Nikki, Sharon, and Victoria, and astonishingly enough, they were found guilty of murdering JT. Um, I guess that's not as shocking as the sentences handed down by the judge. Sharon got 3 years. Victoria got 10 years and Nikki got 30 years in prison. I don't understand that. Like, if the judge believed that Victoria was being abused by JT and she had a right to fear for her life, then how could she sentence Nikki to 30 years for defending her daughter? Um, that was just unbelievable. And the heartbreak in that courtroom was unbelievable. Um, poor Nick, poor Billy, and Sharon and Victoria's children are going to be devastated. Looking at Mariah sitting in that courtroom was just, it was crazy. The whole day was crazy. On top of that, Nick is dealing with his errant daughter. I know a lot of you are thinking that Summer is a lot like Phyllis, and she is in a lot of ways. She isn't afraid to go after what she wants, but even Phyllis had her limits. Phyllis has done a lot of things wrong, and I will not deny that. But Phyllis has never held someone's life in her hands and used it to blackmail someone else into marrying her. Never. She's used her son, yes, and his paternity, but his life was never at stake. Summer has just gone over the top, using Lola's laying essentially on her deathbed to force Kyle to marry her, knowing that Kyle does not love her and that he is in love with Lola and will do anything to keep her alive. Frankly, I think the storyline is just a bit ridiculous. You know, it is ridiculous. Someone needs to rein Summer in and quickly. And it really sucks that, excuse me, Mal Young wrote this storyline. This is beyond stupid to me. I mean, I don't know how the rest of y'all feel, but for me, this is just beyond the pale. Um, Poor Kyle. Even Victor was shocked when he learned that Summer was engaged to Kyle. He's not happy, obviously, because Kyle is an Abbott, and we all know how much the Newmans and Abbotts detest one another, even though um Summer, not Summer, but Abby is an Abbott because Ashley is her mother, and that kind of makes her family dynamic quite weird. Um, but this is all just a little bit too twisted for me. And I keep hoping that somewhere down the line, Josh Griffith, the new writer, when he steps in, is going to fix these storylines and make it right. Um, I'm also hoping that with the return of Doug Davidson as Paul Williams, we are going to finally get to the truth about JT. He's alive out there somewhere. And hopefully Paul can make it right. I know that there have been some rumors that the new writer is going to put Nick and Sharon back together. I'm really hoping that that does not happen. This is just a bit ridiculous. These two are like oil and water, and every time they get together, all they make is one big ginormous mess. I think Ray and Sharon might make a better match. Maybe. I think she needs to move on. And she was actually much better off when she was with Dylan. But she needs to move away from anyone related to Nikki or Victor or anyone with the last name Abbott or Newman. She has married just about every Abbott or Newman in town, or if she hasn't married them, she slept with them. And that just needs to stop. I mean, seriously, how much more can we take? She's married every Abbott, or excuse me, every Newman, including Victor, and that's just ridiculous. She's been married to Jack. She's had an affair with Billy. If Kyle were old enough, she would definitely be with him. And I think we just need to stop the madness, as they say. Sharon needs to get her own life. And the closest she came was when she was with Dylan. And even then, he still had a tie to the Abbott family, being Nikki's son. Um, let's see, what else are we looking at here? Ray and Sharon, the trial, Nick and his family. What else have we got? Lola, Ray, Abby and Arturo seem to be the only happy couple on the show. And now that Mia has dumped Ray, or I'm sorry, Ray has dumped Mia, I wonder how long that's going to last, because she seems to be obsessed with Arturo. And obviously, her scheme to get back at Abby for taking what Mia believed should be hers backfired. So now what will she do? She's still got Ray believing that she's pregnant with her baby. I don't know how she's going to pull that off, but I'm praying we don't have another baby switch going on here. Please, haven't we done enough of that? Let's just move on. Um, we've also got the possible return of Ashley Abbott to Genoa City, which would really be interesting. I would like to see Ashley come back. I think that she was an integral part of the Abbott family and the Abbott storyline, and having her leave was just stupid. We've also got the storyline going on between Devon and Anna. That's really interesting. And with the passing of Christophe St. John, which is really, really sad. And I hope that they honor him in a way befitting him, the way they did Jean Cooper when she passed away. Um, I read in SOD that there were some plans to possibly send his character off in a special way coming up sometime in late April or early May. But with the passing of the patriarch of that family, I wonder what they're going to do, because with Lily only being on part time now and essentially being locked away in prison, what are they going to do? Now there's just Devon and Lily, and now Anna, and Kane, and Charlie and Maddie. These family is going to have to be united to hold them together, or the Winters family is going to just fade away. So we've got some pretty interesting things going on. Is Victor going to be able to pull a miracle out of the hat to save his wife, his daughter, and the mother of most of his grandchildren, actually? Um, or are they going to go to jail? Will Paul return to save the day for Nikki? We all know how close the two of them are. They've been friends for a long time. Um, what about Billy and Victoria? Will this mess finally reunite the two of them? Will she see him for the man that he's become? And will he finally admit that she's the woman in his heart? I really hope so. The two of them just need to knock it off and get together. So, these are the new questions of the day. We'll have to keep watching and find out. Tune in tomorrow when I do another update. Till then, see you later, YNR watchers.